Good day, children. Sai Ram. Welcome back to our online class. And today we are going to continue the chapter of 5 Peter Goes Dog. Okay, now I hope you all are ready with your textbook, English textbook, and open page number 41, that is chapter number 5, Peter Goes Dog. So, whenever your English period is there, you have to sit along with your books, whatever period is there, you have to sit with those subject books, right? Now let's begin today's session. So what we had discussed in the part 1 video is this lesson is about some pet animals. So we all like to have pets. So do you have pet at home? Yes, of course, some of you must be having pets at home. So, how do you take care of them? So, if we have pet at home, we should take care of them. Otherwise, it is of no use. They become very sad. So, if you have a dog, you should take for a walk. You should give them the food properly. You should give a bath and you should take them to the doctor. You have to play with them. Okay? In this way, we should take care of pet animals. So our lesson is also about some pet animal, a boy who eagerly wants to have pet. Now let's begin the lesson. So this is English, lesson number 5, Peter Ghost House. So, you want to have a dog. Suppose you imagine that you want to have a pet dog. And you ask your parents for the dog. And the parents oppose you. And they don't want to get the dog at home. So, how do you feel? So we become very sad and we feel like crying. So same way here in our lesson, there is a cute boy and his name is Peter. And he also wanted a pet dog and he asked his parents and the parents said no, not now. Because they don't have time to take care of the pet. But if you have a ghost pet dog, do you know what is ghost? Yes, it's a bhoot. So ghost pet dog. If you have at home, if you see in your room, so how do you feel? And you don't know that it is a ghost. So the lesson is very interesting. So let's see whether it's a real dog or it's some ghost dog. Okay, so now let's begin our chapter. Now, the first page already we have finished, but let's begin again. So once upon a time, there was a boy called Peter. Peter went to preschool, means KG, junior KG and senior KG. But when he wasn't at school, he sometimes felt lonely. Means when he was at home. Okay. All his friends had brothers or sisters or dogs or rabbits. But Peter only had his toys and books. So Peter has his only toys and books. So he was getting bored. And all his friends were having brothers, sisters, dogs, rabbits, and pet animals, and many more kinds of pet animals. But this boy, Peter, was having only toys and books. So he doesn't know how to spend his time. So what did he do? Let's see what did he do. Now, Peter's birthday was getting near, so he asked his daddy if he could have a dog. Said Daddy, we live in a flat and Mummy and I have to work. Soon you'll go to primary school, so there won't be anyone to take the doggy out. It really wouldn't fair to the dog. Daddy noticed Peter's sad look, so he added, soon, if we all work hard and make money, we can move to a big house by the seaside. Then you can have 2 dogs if you like. Peter went to his room. He cried and cried. He didn't want 2 dogs sometimes in the future. He just wanted 1 dog now. So what happened? Since Peter's birthday was nearing, he asked his parents, I wanted a pet dog. But Daddy refused because they live in a flat and Papa goes to work, Mama also goes to work. So there will be no one to take care of this pet dog. And soon Peter also will be going to the primary school. So there will be no one and no time for the pet dog to take care. So he said no. Daddy said no. Then Peter's face became very sad. But Peter's dad noticed and he told him that when we move to a bigger house, then we'll have 2 dogs. But Peter went to his room. He cried and cried. He wanted only 1 dog. He didn't want 2 dogs. So he cried. So he entered his room. So what happened? Just then, Peter noticed a little brown dog sitting on the corner of his bed. Wow, it's surprised how this dog came there. So it was looking at him lovingly. Perhaps the dog had come in through the open window. Peter picked it up and hugged it. The dog snuggled in Peter's shirt. So he took the dog and what he did? When Peter noticed the dog sitting in the corner of his bed. So they both were exchanging their, they were very lovingly. They were exchanging their side. So Peter, he picked up the dog and it hugged it. And the dog also snuggled in Peter's shirt. Okay, now let's see what happened. Now Peter made a bed for the dog out of a cardboard box and kept it under his own bed. Now do you think Peter went and told his parents that he has a dog? Let's see what he did. Yes. So he made a cardboard box and kept it under his own bed. He decided to call the dog Sniffy because it always had a wet nose. He would save some of his own dinner to give to Sniffy. So he did not tell his parents. Instead, he took a cardboard box and kept under his own bed to keep Sniffy in that. And he called Sniffy. Why? Because he always has wet nose. And what food did Peter give? So whatever he was having for his dinner, so he would save some of his food and he gave it to Sniffy. Now next day, Peter wrapped Sniffy in his coat and took it to show his friends in the park around the corner. His friends just laughed. Peter realized they couldn't even see the Sniffy. He didn't care. He knew Sniffy was real. But he also knew Sniffy was a very special doggy. Now see what happened. He took Sniffy and kept inside his coat to show to all his friends. But no one could see Sniffy, right? Because it is invisible. The dog, the Sniffy is invisible. And all his friends were laughed at him because they couldn't see the Sniffy. But Peter did not care about that. because it is a very special dog for him. Okay. Over the coming weeks and months, Peter and Sniffy spent hours and hours playing together in his room and in the park. So they were spending more time together by playing in his room and in the park. But still, no one else could see Sniffy. Only Peter could see. Nobody else could see the Sniffy. Peter's mummy became worried because he was spending so much time on his own, because the other people cannot see Sniffy. So mummy was worried what this boy is doing. So alone he was playing in his room for hours together. So mother was worried very much. She even took him to see a doctor who asked if anything was wrong. Of course, Peter couldn't tell him about Sniffy. The doctor just told Mummy not to worry. So mother, what she did, she took Peter to the doctor and asked why he was behaving like this. But Peter did not tell anything. He did not reveal anything about Sniffy. So doctor told mother not to worry. And let's see what happened now. The next year, so it was about a year he was playing with the Sniffy. Now the next year, Peter changed from preschool to primary school. Now from KG section, he came to the primary school, that is standard 1, grade 1. Now he went to school every day. He started to make new friends and was busy with homework and the school clubs he had joined. He began to spend less and less time with Sniffy, until the only time he saw him was when they cuddled together in bed at night. Oh my God. See what happened now. He went to the primary school and he's going to the school every day. He's having many friends. He made many friends in the school. And also he joined the clubs, school clubs, and he's now very, very busy with his own work. Now he's not looking after his pet dog or his Sniffy. Only when he came to the bed at night, they just cuddled each other. It's very bad, right? So earlier they were playing almost whole day. Now let's see what happened. One night when Peter went to his room, Sniffy wasn't there. Oh my God. Then Peter called for him, but he didn't come. Peter started to cry. He felt sorry that he had not spent more time with his best friend. All of a sudden, Sniffy was beside him on the bed. "Sniffy," said Peter, "where have you been? I'm sorry. I haven't had much time to play with you. I have been so busy at school." Peter was shocked when Sniffy started to talk. Oh, pet dog is talking now. So what happened? So one night when Peter went into his room, he saw Sniffy disappear. So he started crying and he started calling, "Where are you?" And he also felt sorry that he couldn't spend most of his time with Sniffy. So when he started crying, then all of a sudden Sniffy appeared in front of him. And he said, "I'm sorry, I haven't had much time to play with you." And now Peter was shocked when Sniffy started to talk. And what did Sniffy talk? Let's find out. "It's fine," said the little brown dog. "I was your friend when you needed me. But now you have started to make other friends, and that's good. Now I have to go to help other little boys and girls who feel lonely. So what did Snippy say? It's fine, don't cry. So I was your friend when you needed me, because small children, they don't make friends, they don't know to make friends. So when as they grow up, they started making friends and they will be busy playing with their friends. So what did Snippy say? Snippy said that whoever is feeling lonely, the kids like you, so I will appear in front of them. Now you have started making friends, and he said it's good. But don't worry, I'll never be far away. You only have to think about me, and I'll be beside you, and you can stroke me. So, what does Snippy say? Whenever you think of me, I'll be beside you, and you can stroke me. Stroke means touch lovingly. Peter felt sad, but he remembered how he had felt when he first met Snippy. He wanted Snippy to help all the other children who felt the same. Now he had his new school and friends and plenty to keep him busy. But what he was happy to know that Snippy was only a thought away. So children, it is not a ghost also. It was just only his thinking, but he was happy to know that Snippy was only a thought away. Just Peter was imagining that a real dog is with him in his room that has appeared, that came from through the window. It is just an imagination. So there is nothing like ghost talk, right? So when you think of something very much, very badly, that really comes in your dream, right? So if you feel like ice cream, if you want to eat, if your parents say no, so in your dream you feel like that ice cream will come to you and you feel like eating the ice cream. So the same way here, Peter also wanted a dog, so he just imagined that he is playing with a dog. And now he has grown up and he's busy making with his friends and he's busy with his work, right? And so this lesson is written by Johnny Appleseed. Johnny Appleseed. So it's written in the corner, down, right hand corner. So the author of this lesson is Johnny Appleseed. So it's very good lesson, interesting lesson, children. So read the lesson 5 times and do practice. So your reading exams will be taken. And new words also, you can choose the hard words from the textbook of the lesson and start learning. You'll be having a surprise dictation and the reading test. So until then, stay home, stay safe, and in the next video I will be continuing with some activities of this lesson. Bye bye children.